Guess who's trying to jump into this election buzz? China. The Chinese have stirred up a new row. Today, their officials made two statements, two direct attacks on India's foreign and economic policies. The first one revolves around a social media post. Let's show it to you. The post from Prime Minister Modi. He's responding to Lai Ching-te, the new president of Taiwan. Lai Ching-te congratulated Prime Minister Modi. Here's how the Indian leader responded. And I'm quoting, "I look forward to closer ties as we work towards mutually beneficial economic and technological partnership." Now, Beijing saw this message and they threw a fit.
India has made serious political commitments regarding the One China principle and should be vigilant against the political schemes of the Taiwan authorities and refrain from actions that violate the One China principle.
They call this a political scheme. What is China so worked up about? The Indian leader's response may seem polite and generic, but there's more to it than meets the eye. This response is also a signal to China on Taiwan. In fact, last year, Prime Minister Modi issued similar signals. He called the Dalai Lama on his birthday. For the third successive year, Modi made public the details of his call. Then a special guest from Taiwan visited Dharamshala for the Dalai Lama's birthday. A Taiwanese lawmaker was allowed to attend this ceremony, and this engagement did not sit well with China. It opposes all forms of foreign contact with the Dalai Lama, but New Delhi ignored those warnings, and by the looks of it, they will continue to defy China's demands. The Prime Minister's message to Lai Ching-te, the Taiwanese leader, signals continuity in policy. Remember, there's been a change of guard in Taipei as well. Lai Ching-te became Taiwan's president just last month. But clearly, the change in leadership has not altered the course of the India-Taiwan relationship. New Delhi and Taipei do not have official diplomatic ties. India does not recognize Taiwan as a separate country. Despite that, the two sides have been working closely on areas like technology and economy. This also means that the India-China relationship is not improving in a hurry, especially if you consider what China's ambassador to India said today. His name is Xu Feihong. He took over the Chinese mission in Delhi just last month. And China took 18 months to appoint an ambassador to India. 18 months. In an ideal scenario, this should reflect an improvement in ties. The fact that they've finally sent an ambassador. Possibly some progress towards resolving the situation at the border. But the ambassador's tone suggests otherwise. He posted a message on X. He posted this today. He's complaining about the presence of Western cars on Indian roads. Let me quote from what he said. "So many Japanese, Korean, American and German cars on Delhi streets. Can't help but think, should all major car exporting countries be blamed for overcapacity?" It's a dig at the West. He's hinting at the dumping of Western cars in the Indian markets. Let me give you the context here. In recent weeks, tensions between China and the West have only risen. The West has been complaining about the oversupply of Chinese cars, mostly their electric vehicles. Across the shipping hubs of Europe, Chinese cars are piling up. There's oversupply and not enough buyers. So the West is mulling economic measures to slow down the imports of Chinese cars. And that is what the Chinese ambassador to India was referring to. He would like to see more Chinese cars on Indian roads. India can certainly do without that, though. The Chinese are already dumping cheap steel in India. Reports say there is a flood of Chinese steel in the Indian markets. It has touched an 8-year high. Domestic steel makers want the government of India to do something about it. Next month, India's new government will present its first budget, and the steel makers have some expectations. They want action against Chinese dumping. And we say the government should not hesitate. Yes, it will be a coalition government, where different members may have different priorities, but we hope that they can all agree on one thing. China's aggression must be countered on all fronts.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.